looks good on you.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the Blue Empress for life. I hope everyone is having or had an awesome day today. Me, on the other hand, of course, had to do schoolwork. I turned in my final paper for my ethnics class. It was on the Flint water crisis, so I just thought I'd throw that on out there. I got it done and everything, so I can go ahead and make this YouTube video because I promised you guys that I would do a YouTube video every Sunday, basically starting a new week, because it's the only time I'll be able to do it because my kids go to school and they're asleep, so I'm able to do this. And I'm hoping, praying that my 4-year-old doesn't come downstairs interrupting me. Let's hope we can get through this video without that problem. But I doubt that highly because I think I just heard a noise. So what I posted on my Instagram, if you all know, I'm very active on the Instagram account. Today I will be talking about a subject that has been talked about for the past few years now, but it's been more and more talked about in this generation than it was in the generation that I grew up in. And that is bullying. And of course, bullying is not just, face to face. It can also be online as well, which would be called cyberbullying. So it's not just that one type of bullying anymore. It's all different types of bullying going on in this world, and it's ridiculous. People get bullied because they look different, they talk different, they wear different clothes, they're into different things that some people would consider not normal. They'll call them weird, crazy, demented, all kind of just inappropriate names. It's not even necessary to call somebody, but that's what bullies tend to do. They tear you down, because, they want everyone to feel the way they feel. They want to feel empowered and in control and, want people to fear them and whatnot. Little do they know they're insecure people because they once upon a time was bullied, and this is their whole defense mechanism. Being mean. Pretty self-explanatory, right? So, in the end, that's pretty much what it is with bullying. Now, I decided to talk about this particular subject matter is because your girl Blue was a victim of bullying pretty much majority of her life growing up. And I rather, instead of making a video about my whole entire life story growing up, I figured that I talk about certain subject matters which I was involved in. I don't consider myself a victim anymore, but back then obviously everyone would call me a victim of bullying. And the thing is, I got bullied not only in school, but I got bullied in the family. And for those people in my family that watch my videos, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell the truth. You don't like it, I am letting you know right now to stop watching this video, because I am going to tell my loyal fans what I went through growing up. I'm loyal to my fans, and I'm going to stay loyal to my fans. And if I want my fans to get to know who the Blue Empress is, I am going to let them know, truthfully. So, in your face with that one. So, like I said, I was not only bullied in school, I was bullied at home. To my fans here, I am adopted. Yes. My mother adopted me. And I always will call her my mother. She will always be my mother, because that's the only woman that I've known to be my mother. And her name was also Denise. And that's where she named me after her, Denise. Just FYI, none of my girls have my name, just to throw that out there. But anyway, yes, I am adopted. So the family that I'm with is not my biological family, and I don't know where my biological family is. I don't know who they are. There have been many times when I wanted to find them, but to me it was like, it really wouldn't make much of a big difference. I mean, they sure in hell wasn't looking for me, so why would I even take it upon myself to waste precious time that can be used toward something else, you know. So I pretty much just was like, you know what? Maybe it just wasn't meant for me to find out who they were. So I just was like, whatever, forget it. I'm not going to find them. So, mind you, my mother was never ever going to tell me that I was adopted. And I'm going to let you know how this is relevant to the subject matter today of bullying. Or if you guys already got it within the minutes I started talking about it, congratulations, you're geniuses. But my mother was never ever going to tell me that I was adopted. Ever. Everyone in the family knew that I was adopted. Everyone knew, but my mother was never going to tell me. Unfortunately, in 1992, my mother passed away. So, of course, that just allowed anyone in the family to pretty much expose her, the secret that she was going to keep from me, was the fact that I was adopted. And I don't know particularly, I might have been maybe between the ages of 10 or 12 when my dad called me downstairs and told me that I was adopted. I thought it was a sick joke. I thought he was just saying this, to punish me for something I did to him or whatever. I didn't believe him. But I never known for my dad to not tell me the truth. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. So it took me a minute for it to sink into my head, and I finally came to the realization that he was telling the truth. Of course, I got confirmation from his mother, my grandma Lula, God rest her soul. My youngest child has her first name for her middle name. So, yeah, rest in peace, Grandma. Continue to rest in heavenly peace. So, yeah, my grandmother confirmed my dad's, truth there, that I really was adopted. So, pretty much after that case, I was picked on a lot growing up. I was constantly picked on. There were just certain cousins in the family that just really just came after me, just literally just picking on me. Didn't give a two cruds about my feelings, did not give a crud if they got in trouble, just did not care. And the sad part is, these were supposed to be my cousins, my own damn cousins, family. People say that, your family, comes first and everything. My family comes first, and your family is everything, whatever. They say that a friend will screw you over far more than a family member. Yeah, reverse that. A family member will screw you over a lot more than a friend will. At least if a friend screw you over, if they're a human being, they will apologize and not do it again. Hence, to some family members, when they screw you over, they try to put the fault on you, saying you made them do it and this is what you get, da 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 da. But they'll never take responsibility for their own actions. My cousins literally just picked on me hand and foot every single chance they get. Of course, they wouldn't pick on me when we're surrounded by adults. They try to act all innocent and they all good, two shoes, whatever. But when the adults' back was turned, they came right after me in my direction. And I was a loner. I was the kid that when I went to anyone's house, any relative's house, I was either in a corner somewhere playing with a toy or reading a book, or if there was a TV in a living room or in a room, I would just be in there and watch something on television. I literally tried to stay the hell away from my cousins, who just kept constantly coming after me, just kept bullying me, kept teasing me, just everything, just to literally just tear me down. And I always kept asking myself or wondering, what the hell did I do? What is so wrong with me that I am attracting my cousins to freaking come and pick on me? I don't get it. I just don't. Vice versa, if you pick on them or say something terrible about them, they're ready to fight you. And of course, people, I'm not that much of a violent person. Do I get upset quickly? Oh, yes, please believe me. This Empress right here will off your head if she wanted to. But I'm not going to do that, because I only do that when I feel that my life is being threatened. or, when my life is on the line, whatever, or when my kids' life is on the line, you come after my kids. Oh, please believe me, the lioness is coming out, and I will bring my king, and we will tear you to shreds if you come after my kids. But whatever. But I literally just kept getting picked on. And what made it even worse for me growing up is when I went to school. I was living with an auntie and her kids, and we went to this academy. I went to the Academy of Oak Park. It was an Academy of Oak Park and Academy of Detroit. They were both in the same building. Except the Academy of Detroit students wore yellow and brown, which was disgusting. And the people that went to the Academy of Michigan wore blue and white. I was so mad about that. I swear on my life I was. And there were these two girls that kept constantly just picking on me because of my hygiene issue. I had a hygiene issue when it came to, my armpits. Ladies, you know how it goes. If anyone even smelled a stench, of anything underneath your arms. Oh my gosh, it's an all out war. Okay. It's just a straight up all out war if anyone smelled your armpits. Back at the time when I was living with my auntie, we only had a washing machine. We didn't have a dryer. So we would literally get our clothes washed and then we had to hang them out to dry. So we didn't have a dryer. That was like the most ghettoest thing to do, but oh well. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with being ghetto, but back then it was like, oh my gosh, we got a washing machine, but we can't afford a dryer. Like, what the hell? So these girls literally kept picking on me because of that. I took showers. I washed up under my arms real good. I put on deodorant. Excuse the hell out of me if it was fucking hot in a doggone, school and women perspire. I'm sorry, that's just the nature of it. That's the anatomy of a woman. We're going to perspire. For some of that reason, men and boys are allowed to stink, but women and females, you smell us one time and if we stink, oh my gosh, it's like an all out war going on. You mother stink. Oh my gosh, go take a shower. Do you put on deodorant? Do you wash up with soap? Or do you just wash up with water? It was horrible. So we had got the option me and a cousin of mine got the option to neither stay up at the school or go to a public school out in Taylor, because at the time we were living in Detroit at the time. So I simply said I would rather go to a public school in Taylor because I really got tired of wearing uniforms and I'd rather just wear my street clothes. And if I, in any way, shape, or form, can get the hell away from those girls that was picking on me in that academy, I was willing to go to whatever public school to get away from them. And the fact that she said Taylor, I was familiar with Taylor, Michigan, because that's pretty much where I was raised at majority of my life is Taylor, Michigan. So I wound up going to John F. Kennedy High School, which that's the school that I graduated from. Yay. 03. Yeah. 03. Mm-hmm. Couldn't count for a minute. But once I went to Kennedy High School, I was able to meet up with some of my friends that I grew up with, that I went to middle school and elementary school with. I made new friends. Two of my cousins went to Kennedy with me. They weren't thrilled about it. Actually, make that 3. Once upon a time, there was another cousin that went there too. And, of course, my friends at the time picked on her as well. And, of course, I got my ass handed to me to my auntie because I didn't defend my cousin when she was getting picked on. Yeah, that's funny, considering the many times her and her doggone siblings picked on me, and I'm supposed to sit over here and defend the bullies. Yeah, I don't know what she was sniffing or drinking. But that was not my forte. I wasn't going to do that. That wasn't me. The fact that you teased me and you bullied me every chance you got, I'm not defending you. I'm not going to help you. Okay, you sure hell didn't give a damn about my feelings growing up when you picked on me, so why the hell should I give a damn about your feelings? You didn't go home crying. Your self-esteem didn't get shut down. As a matter of fact, if I recall, my cousin's personalities and ego were way up to the sky. You can pick on them left, right, and sideways. It didn't tear them down. If anything, it boosted them up. Why am I not surprised? I mean, how much perm and hair color did they seep into their brain? This is my YouTube channel, and I can say whatever the hell I want to say about anybody. And if you don't like it, you can go to hell. Cheese. Have a good day. Next. So, yeah, people, I got bullied growing up as a kid, and I hated every minute of it. And I literally sit back and think to myself, what could I have done better? I should have spoken up. I should have thrown a fist or, kicked someone. I should have fought more. I should have did something more to where this never would have happened to me, constantly every single chance that they got. And all I can think of was that just wasn't me. That just wasn't my character. Did I consider myself weak? Yeah, I did consider myself weak because I sat here and allowed my cousins to sit over here and pick on me, and I didn't do a damn thing about it except go run somewhere in a damn corner and cry. But today, of course, it's all, hugs and smiles and, hey, how you doing? And, how's the family? And da-da-da-da. It's like, especially if it's the cousin or cousins in question that just bullied me growing up. And, that your girl Blue sits over here and like, I don't know why the hell you're smiling and cheesing at me and asking me how I'm doing, because you don't give a two shits. You just want a story to tell. You want me to spill out all my personal business to you so you can go run off and tell the next relative in the family. So all the attention can be on you. No, I'm not falling for that trap. Okay? This is not the jigsaw game, okay? You're not going to put me in a trap and then you expect that I'm going to fail. No, I'm going to pass. You may think I won't pass, but I will. But I bet you if I put you in a trap, you will fail epically. But what do I know, right? Now, as far as today, I don't bully anyone. Do I make fun of people? You're damn right I do. Do I crack jokes at you? Do I call you a certain celebrity looking person? Do I call you any other name in question? Of course I do. But you clap back and it's all fun. There's no crying. There's no sobbing. There's no I'm going to come back and kill you when you sleep. Okay? It's all fun. Because we're mature adults. We don't say things to hurt each other's feelings. It's all in fun. But bullying today is never fun. Bullying leads to depression. Bullying leads to isolation. And this is the worst one. Bullying leads to suicide. Yes, it does. Bullying leads to suicide. And I cannot tell you how many stories I've heard where teenagers take their own life because they are being bullied. And they figured the only way to just get rid of all this bullying, all this teasing, is to take their own life and they're no longer in pain. Not realizing that they left their family and their friends behind, wondering what they could have done more to help you in the process. And the thing that kills me is that schools don't take heed to this. They make this big speech that, we don't tolerate bullying. If you're bullying someone, you'll suffer the consequences. There will be some action taken and whatnot. Let me tell you something right now. That's baloney. I got a perfect example for you. When my son went to middle school, when he started middle school, 6th grade, because he's in the 7th grade now, but in 6th grade, they started school. And my son kept coming home upset. And I asked him what was wrong. And he said, no, nothing is wrong. So I'm thinking maybe he don't feel good, or, maybe it was just a boy thing and I just don't know, and I'll just let his father talk to him or whatever. So 2 weeks go by, and then Friday, during that second week of school, he comes home and he's in tears. So now I'm like, oh, this ain't no boy thing. Something's going on with my son. And I said, son, what is wrong? Why are you crying? What is going on? Apparently, 2 boys have been bullying my son. They just started school and already the bullying has commenced during the first 2 weeks of school starting again. So I immediately called the school and left them a message. Monday, 3rd week, I get a phone call. And I told them what was going on. They said that they were going to look into it and whatnot. Normally when someone say they're going to look into it, they're going to take their sweet, lovely time to do that. So I got in touch with my son's counselor. I told her what my son told me. He even gave names. The 2 boys that were bullying my son were friends with him in elementary school. And now all of a sudden they decide to bully him when they get to middle school. I don't know if this was, oh, we're changing up and we're not babies anymore and da 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 da. We got new friends, type stuff. Hey, people, friendships change every day. You just don't know. So the counselor took action soon after I got off the phone because both of the boys got suspended. So then I get an email from my son's teacher saying that this behavior will no longer be tolerated and all this other mess. I'm like, then come to find out that my son told his teacher what was going on and the teacher didn't do anything about it. So then he writes me that email saying that this won't happen again and stuff. How about the next time when my son tells you that 2 Neanderthals are bullying him, get up off your tuckus and go fix the situation, or I will come up there and fix it for you. You better hope and pray to the heavens that I don't bring Fox News into this bitch, because you're not going to like the publicity. Because that's how crazy I am, people. Okay? You mess with my kids, it's a wrap. It's a no holds bar. All bets are off. You come for my kids, I'm coming for you. And you better hope that you knock me down and I don't get back up, because if I get up, you're not going to like it. Because that's how nutty I am when it comes to my kids. Bullying is no joke. Okay? It's not. This new generation that we are surrounded by, God knows what they say to each other, what they do with one another, and all this other mess. And I just think it's real funny how you bully somebody on a computer screen. Or even when you're playing Xbox One. My husband will be playing Xbox, just playing a game, just like any other man or woman would do. And he'll get these messages from these Neanderthals calling him all sorts of names because he won the game or he outdid them in performance-wise playing a game. And you got some idiots just messaging him these nasty little words trying to, be aggressive, trying to get him fired up. So, of course, what he does, he reports it to, Xbox, and they look into it and hopefully they'll take action with it. Was it really worth it? And if these are grown men doing all this, that is sad, to say the least. It really is sad. But people, bullying in any way, shape, or form is wrong. It's not going to boost up your ego. You may think it does, but in the end, your actions have consequences. Because that person that you're bullying, you don't know what the hell they're going to do once they leave out of your sight. If they might go home and kill themselves. They may go out and purchase a weapon and bring it to school to take you out. It's happened. It's happened. It's ridiculous. It should be avoidable. This is preventable. Stop bullying people. The only thing you are succeeding in doing is putting other innocent lives in jeopardy, because God forbid that person comes back with a weapon and tries to take everyone out. that had absolutely nothing to do with the bullying to begin with. If you are that pathetic to say mean, hurtful things to someone to boost up your ego, then may you reap what you sow, because somebody gonna do it to you and you're not gonna like it. And to the cousins out there that did pick on me growing up, you know what? What's done is done. What's done is done. Because I have my own life. I have children that I love dearly and I protect and I make sure they're good. But please believe me, they will not be around you, because there ain't no telling what the hell you will do to them. And that, my friends, is who I am as a person. Because you know what? In the long run, that's just how it is. But anyways, that is it for me tonight. I love you guys. Tune in next week for another episode of Blues World. I love you all. Take care. Bow down to royalty, because the Blue Empress is out. Good night.